Has that happened more than once?
This was the only time, and this was the last time I'm like, I'm gonna train a male, and like it's just like, dude. And I was looking like he was doing like a squat to something, and then I just see something popping up. Like you would think that he would wear compression shorts or something, but he was just continuing. I said, you know what, we're gonna take a break. And I'm like, you're going to go over there.
Guys, welcome back to the Frame Shift Podcast. Today we got a really special guest, good friend of mine. She's a private trainer in the LA area. Kiara, welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
How are you doing? It's been a while since I last saw you.
I've been great. Finally feeling back to myself based on just personal things happening in life.
New gym,
ready to go. Finally feeling myself again.
You liking the new gym?
I love the new gym. It's great.
There you go. You want to shout it out?
MacFit, we love you. Thank you for being so wonderful for me and my clients. So it's been great. So far, so good.
I've been there. I love the lighting in there.
Right.
Honestly, the fact that they have the whole back, like the studio in the back, I think they're setting up a ring area kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like what they had at the old place.
Yeah, at the old place.
The old place. That's all they got.
We all know what the old place is.
Yeah, the old place.
Yeah, so he's still, fixing things, but so far, like, he's done a great job.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. That's good to hear. All right, so we're going to kick this off with a bang.
Okay.
All right? You good with that?
Yes.
All right. What is the rule for looking at women in the gym? Is there like a 3-second rule, a 5-second rule?
I think, okay, this one, it's a good question because you don't want to come off too creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay, so there's a lot of attractive people in the gym, men, women.
That's one of the goals for being in there?
Yeah, so I think it's not necessarily a 3-second rule. I just say take a glance. Don't make eye contact. Like, just casually, like, look the way, like, one way, and then just look the other way. Like, just don't, because you'll make it uncomfortable.
What happens if you do make that eye contact?
I mean, it's cool. Let her smile at you. If you smile back, just smile back. Don't.
What if you just do stone cold face?
Don't do it. Please.
Don't do that.
Don't. Just like okay. If you're like let's
just lock eyes right now.
Like let's not. It's just too much sometimes because it's just. We're in our sports bras. You're kind of like almost half naked. So it's just,
Literally.
But too much eye contact could be a little bit like uncomfortable.
A little bit much.
Yeah. Okay. So take a glance, maybe smile. Don't be like just looking like a creep. Yeah. Okay. Don't be looking like a creep.
You focus mainly on women in the private, in the training world, right?
Right.
So does that make it easier for you in that sense or harder?
It does. It's easier. Just focus on women. Know the female anatomy better than I know the males. I trained a couple males before, and it's always been just a very different experience.
Is the muscle anatomy any different?
I mean, well, yeah, it's different. I feel like the way they want to look is just
definitely,
they're bigger than me. Like you're a 5'10" guy, I'm 5'5". Like we got two different goals, so it's just like, should I share my experiences?
Definitely.
Oh, sure. I want to hear them. I thought it was more going to be more toward the uncomfortableness of men and women, but you're talking just you don't know how to train them physically to get as big as they want, or you had a bad experience just with men in general.
No, I want to hear the story.
Yeah, the story is just. I mean, I could get a guy, like, hey, do X, Y, and Z to get into shape, but it's just the experience for me that's like, that's a no. Yeah. Like it's just. Well, there was a time that a guy reached out to me, wanted to train. I'm like, cool, whatever. Like, let's try it. Money's money. Like, I'll make a bang for my buck. And then, oh my gosh, this is so funny, guys.
What happened?
Okay, so consultation happens. He comes in. This guy's actually like 6'4".
Okay.
So he's huge. And I'm like, little me. I'm like, okay, what do you want to do with me? I'm like, okay, so like, tell me your goals, like, blah, 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 So telling me his goals. We did the first consultation. And then you could just tell, like, the way his demeanor was with me. He's like, damn, like, looking at me like I was a piece of meat. So I'm like, okay, what are you really here for? Like, are you here to work out? Or are you here to...
Just be weird.
Yeah, just be a weirdo. And so... training the guy, next time we do a session, mind you that the pay was just really weird. Like he just wanted to do in increments, and I'm like trying to see so it was just really weird. That like kind of like raised my eyebrow, like, okay, so you don't want to how do you want to pay? Like, you're being weird about paying. And then he comes in, and it's weird because he wants his sessions really late at night. I'm like, yeah, right? Like, okay, so why do you want your session at like 8 p.m. at night, like when no one's around? He's like, well, what are the prime hours? And I said, well, this time to this early morning, and then, you know, evening, this is when it kind of dies down. Okay, well, I don't want it too busy. Okay, well, all right, fine. So me just giving him the benefit of the doubt. And, okay, so we train at like 7:30 at night, and then we're training. While he's training, this guy starts popping a boner. Like, whoa. Like,
has that happened more than once?
This was the only time, and this was the last time I'm like, I'm gonna train a male. And like, it's just like, dude. And I was looking, like, he was doing like a squat to something, and then I just see something popping up. Like, you would think that he would wear compression shorts or something, but he was just continuing. I said, you know what, we're gonna take a break. And I'm like, you're gonna go over there.
Wait, yo.
So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, should I just stop the session?
Did you?
I did not.
What was the next exercise you had him do?
Okay, so the next exercise, I just had him push the sled. I'm like, something where he's like bending over, and like maybe it's gonna calm him down a little bit. I'm like, this is too much. I said, this is way too much. And
you don't have a tier for that, right? Like, there's a tier for that where it's like, that one's $500 an hour, buddy.
Right.
Then maybe we'll work something out.
I went up in price. So for him, I did.
You already did that.
I already did that. Like, all right, this guy's gonna pay top dollar because you're not just gonna want to ask for a female trainer. You're bigger than me, and you're gonna ask for these hours. I'm like, this is just weird because his job, you know, his hour, whatever he wanted, the time at the gym, he wanted it to be like the slow time.
Yeah. And there's a boner tier too, I guess.
Yeah, and I'm like, wow, like, this is so inappropriate. Like, I'm looking around to even see if there's anybody else seeing this. Like, I'm just like, is anybody seeing this, or is it just me?
Was it just you two at the gym?
It was just, no, I actually had there was a couple people there, but they're just minding their business, doing their own thing. Yeah,
and wherever they were.
Right. And so so after that session, I'm just like, you know what? I think we're going to call it a day.
That's fair.
And then this guy, for some reason, he just thinks he could call me randomly. Hey, I'm getting a haircut. You know, I'm like, okay, well, I'll see you at the next session. No. Like, let me talk to you for a little bit. So it just, that stuff, weird stuff started happening. So I was like, never again am I ever going to train a male. So we cut the sessions. I cut the session. So I was like, this is just way too much.
One session.
This
one and done.
One, like, the consultation was there, and then the one. I'm this is it. I'm like, you can't even, like, your questions about pay, and I just can't. It's not worth the money. It's not worth the money. Like, you're just being weird at this point.
Would you?
I want to ask a question. Okay. What if it was a girl that was maybe a lesbian and she was hitting on you?
Oh, okay. I had a similar themed one, but a little different.
Okay, I mean, I'll take it. You know, I don't mind. I don't feel uncomfortable then.
As long as it's not aggressive.
Right. It's, I mean, playful, soft, whatever. Girls will be girls, you know, and like, they're just, I mean, not inappropriate. Like, they'll just have fun. You know, girls like to have fun, be cute, but if she was getting turned on by you, like the guy was, though, if she was getting turned on. As long as she doesn't touch me, you know, like in, like,
where no physical.
Right. Like, reaction. I mean, okay, I should take that back. Okay, touch me. I mean, it's cool, you know. I don't feel like uncomfortable when it's like
it's a different situation.
It's super different. Super different.
What was my
question was, would you train a gay guy? Because then, you know, the sexual component isn't there.
Yeah, I've been asked that before, and I'm like, you know, it's tough. I mean, I would, but also, again, like, I don't think I'm too familiar. I mean, I'm familiar with the male anatomy, but also then again, I'm like really not. Like, I think
different goals.
Different goals. So
he's pretending to be gay. By the way, she does her research and she's like, "Oh, Instagram."
Yeah, he's really.
Why are you on Tinder, buddy?
Right. I know. No, I think I would just like refer them to just a guy trainer.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's fair. You know, maybe take a percentage or something.
Yeah.
Top,
right.
You know?
10%.
Finder's fee.
Right.
Something like that. Nothing too crazy. So your Instagram says you help women build their dream bodies. What is that for you, and how do you define that?
Depending on their goal, okay, whether it's losing weight or if they want to build a booty or if they want to tone their arms and tighten their waist.
Okay.
I think for the most part, most of the women who I work with, or they want to gain weight, you know, they want to gain, they're tiny, they're petite, but they want to literally grow everywhere, including the like ass is like so big these days. Like we want to build
most important thing nowadays.
Yes,
apparently.
We want to build a nice ass. So typically that's just kind of the clientele that I get now. Like they want to sculpt everything. They don't want, and I feel like females, they get afraid to lift super heavy because they don't want to look super bulky. I mean, there's that look. I mean, if that's the look that they're going for, totally by all means.
Go for it.
Right, exactly. But for the most part, the females that I've been getting, they just want to tone up, tighten. They want to learn just the overall lifestyle change. And just be leaner like all year round, like a bikini body all year round. And that's kind of like the ideal, you know, and also enjoy life at the same time.
Yes, and not take it too crazy.
Too extreme. Like I feel like I've been able to do a good job with helping them build healthier habits, get that lower body like right, get the midsection tight, tone the arms, and still enjoying, you know, whatever it is that they want to enjoy.
Does food play a large part of that?
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
Food can either make you or break you. And I always tell women this. I said the only reason that you're going to get bulky is if you're in a surplus. So if you're consuming more, you know.
It's always about the surplus.
The surplus. So it's just like that's how these women get thick. I'm like, if you want to stay like lean and thin and petite, and it's just you got to be in your caloric deficit for sure. So you've seen the craziest changes when you just fix your diet. Like give yourself, I mean, it always takes, like your body goes through phases, 3 months, 6 months, a year. And I always tell women, I'm like, okay, just for 2 weeks, track your food, like track it. Like
I'm so bad at that.
Yeah. So get a food scale and look at the back of the ingredients of whatever it is that you're eating, or just stick to whole food. Even just stick to whole food. Like that's just the best thing that I always recommend. If it's one ingredient, that's perfect. And
one thing that could help with that for people out there too is AI. Literally just ChatGPT. Just take a picture of it and it'll give you a whole breakdown.
Insane. I know. So there's so many good tools, so many great tools now to use. And I always say to just limit your alcohol. Because when you're drinking, if you're a heavy drinker, your body doesn't know how to metabolize it, so it just stores it as fat.
And doesn't slow everything down too, so it
does.
Like while you're drinking, nothing's being fixed, nothing's running properly.
Right, it has no nutritional value, and I feel like it's just your body's just storing it as fat. So I mean that's one of the biggest things I know. So some of my girls who like to train, they like to drink, and I'm like, well, you just have to be mindful of the drinking. And just be in a caloric deficit versus the surplus.
Does alcohol have a lot of calories to it?
They could, just depends. And so like I always say, like 1 can of beer is equivalent to like 7 slices of bread because there's so much yeast.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
There's so much yeast in the bread or the beer that it's equivalent to like a loaf of bread, which is so crazy. But yes, if you just change your diet, you stick to your plan with strength training, your body's gonna for sure adapt and respond really nice.
Okay. What would you say your dream body is? Like if you had to build the dream body.
I would say booty for sure. I think that's a must. The tiny waist, and then just having nice petite, arms, and just that'd be my ideal dream body.
There you go.
Remember when back in the day?
I was waiting for this. Go for it.
This is crazy to me. I don't know if you guys are old enough to remember, but back in the day, the woman always would go to the man and be like, honey, does my butt look big in these pants? And you were supposed to say no. There was a time when you were supposed to say no. That no longer exists. Kiara, do you remember those times?
I feel like I'm a little too young to remember it, but at the same time, I do remember things that would pop up like that. Oh, do I look fat in this dress? Or like, do I look, big in that? It's crazy. Times have changed so much. Like, just having a bigger bum, a bigger booty is just, it's so, I think, aesthetically pleasing. So I think it's better now.
I remember being like,
I don't know if you agree.
No, I agree. I remember.
What man's not going to agree? I guess.
No.
There's a difference between fat and I think just getting muscle back there, though, right? Like
1,000%.
Oh, it's different.
Yeah.
It's so different.
Yeah.
So I think, okay, we don't want a fat.
No, I've always said that. I like athletic.
Athletic, right? Athletic. Ain't nothing wrong with, whatever someone has going on. But I think athletic is a very aesthetically pleasing look.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What about a man's dream body?
Okay, the way I want a man to look, right?
Yes.
Okay, so I always love an athletic looking guy. You know, women love tall guys. You know, I mean, 6 foot taller. Like, I think 6'5" is pushing it for me. But good chest, big arms. They got the. Do they need a 6-pack? I mean, it'd be nice.
It's always a plus.
Right. And if they have a nice ass too, then that's great. You know, like nice legs, just nicely big, big shoulders, chest.
So everything.
Everything.
Proportional.
Everything. I think it's nice to grab, to look at.
Okay.
Yeah, an athlete's body is always like key to me.
What if he had like big chest, big arms, big shoulders, but no legs? If he skipped leg day,
that's honestly, I mean, that's not a deal breaker. But then again, it's just like, who wants a man that wants, or like, I don't know. I think they should be working on their legs.
What if he had a nice legs then, but no chest?
No, he needs a chest.
Okay.
I think I'd pick a chest over legs.
Okay.
I don't know. I think I would. I love me a nice chest. It's just, yeah.
You haven't mentioned back at all.
Oh, back too. Yes, they need a nice back.
She said everything. So she included it.
Back. Yeah, nice, good. Yeah, nice.
V-taper.
V-taper.
Symmetry.
Yeah, symmetry is nice.
Okay.
It's interesting. So many girls. Have you seen those things like on YouTube where the guys will go out on the street and ask girls what body type they like, and it goes from skinny all the way to like fat, but then there's like the super jacked guys, then the ripped guys. They never pick like just the ab guy, the jacked guy. They always look at the dad bod. They always want like the dad bod. And that kind of goes against what you were just saying right now. You want a guy to have a good athletic body. Most of those girls on those videos pick like the dad bod. What is there something to that?
I remember in like 2019, everybody was about the dad bod.
Okay, the dad bod's hot. You know, it is hot. You know, I think it's a look for sure. I think it just depends on the guy's face too. So it has to like match.
Again, everything.
I think everything. I don't discredit the dad bod. I love the dad bod. It's a great bod. But it's just two different looks that are both nice to look at.
So if he has a dad bod, he needs like a hot face, right? But if he's got a good body, then his face can be like down at like a 6 or a 7. Is that what it is? That
tough too.
All right.
That's tough.
I had a question. What's the best way to grow your legs? My legs.
Oh, you gotta lift heavy.
Is it squats? Is it deadlifts?
Squats. It's a little bit of everything, but I think squatting.
It's kickies.
Yeah, right? The kickback.
Yeah,
I know. Those are good for glutes. Well, for a female, both male and female, you got to just make sure you're lifting heavy. Like, you got to hit all the angles, squats, deadlifting. The leg press is going to help you grow, your quads. Just a little, I think the kickbacks for men, if you're trying to grow your legs, I don't think that's the best exercise.
No.
I don't think it's the best, but you for sure got to lift heavy and you got to eat. You got to just eat the protein, fats, the carbs.
All of it.
And you got to train your legs at least 2 to 3 times out of the week.
Yeah. Leg day is my favorite day, so I really enjoy it. And it's just consistency and time.
Oh, for sure.
It's time.
Oh, that's it. That's the key thing. Consistency and time. Like, it's just going to take you time to grow.
Yeah.
I've had 2 knee surgeries.
Oh, no.
From football and basketball, and it's just...
There's a way to train, though, Alec. You could train. You could train and get big legs.
No, I can do leg presses and shit, but I can't squat or...
No, that's terrible.
Yeah.
I know. Oh, and it all comes down to your knees, too. Even, like, having, like, a knee brace, it's even hard. Like, it's still hard.
I still have mine.
Still tough. Yeah, but...
My shit would just pop out like this.
No way.
I'd have to go to the hospital to get it reduced.
No. Oh, my God. I know your knees are, like... It's crazy.
That wasn't fun.
That's crazy.
What do you think about women who sell booty programs?
Okay. So.
And more about either more like the enhanced women that then go ahead and sell booty programs.
It depends. Is there booty? Are we talking real booties? Or are we talking?
We talking go down to Tijuana for a weekend.
Oh.
Well, that and the genetically gifted, like they just got it from their mom or something, and it's like, oh, look at my butt. Here's a program for you, but you didn't really get it.
I'd say the main one, for me personally, the main one's going down, getting some surgery work.
I don't discredit at all. I mean, girl, If you feel like if they're working out, you know, and they're showing the results, if they did get some work done, I mean, I won't ever knock them down. I won't knock them down at all. I mean, it's really hard because I don't ever shame anybody for like doing surgery or anything like that. But I mean, it just depends. Like, do you want that kind of look? I don't know. I mean, there's so much on the internet. There's so much on the internet. Like,
I saw a video recent, like 2 months ago.
Yeah.
It was on a mutual friend of ours page.
Really?
Yeah. I'll show it to you after.
Oh
it went uber viral.
What was it?
For the lower body?
Yeah.
Wow.
It was a surgery job.
Oh, wow.
Oh, we're throwing that picture up on the screen.
It went insane. It was like
and they were working out?
I don't know how much she was working out, but working out that purse.
Okay. So
that's the question then, right? Like none of us are going to shame that, right? But
Right.
what about when they start selling a booty program? That's the thing. That's almost like with men that are jacked on gear or something, and then they're selling a supplement, and it's like look like me by taking this supplement, but yet they're on like some crazy,
Right.
You know what I mean?
Deceptive marketing.
Oh, it is deceptive marketing. I just think, well, the consumer needs to be smart. Like, let's be right. Like,
we protect the consumer way too much.
Right. Like, let's look at consumers. Got to be smart. Is that real? Is that if it isn't, it's fine. But if it's not, it's just like, come on. Like I don't knock anything off. I really don't. But it's just the consumer at that point. I'm like, okay, do you think this is like realistic, or do you think have you seen her before and after? You know, and it's a tough topic because I wouldn't want to like discredit anybody like trying to get, you know.
Yeah, not to discredit, just to be honest.
Right.
Just to be honest.
Right. So it's, I mean, that's tough because like I said, I don't want to knock off anybody like trying to like promote, you know, them and their business.
And if it helps your business,
yeah,
I personally can't hate on that exactly.
Right. And I've had some, you know, BBL allegations on me, and I'm like, like what? No, and I promise you.
Take it as a compliment.
I know, take it as a compliment. I'm like, BBL allegations, I'm like, okay, my butt's not that big. So
well, we're throwing a picture up on screen, guys. You can see this. I was doing my research on her, and I found this picture on Instagram, and we have to put it up there. My question to you is, do you work out like this?
I work out like that every Monday and Friday.
Okay.
What gym do you go to?
I'm totally kidding. I'm kidding. No. Okay, that is a workout outfit. Do I work out? That was at the old gym.
The old gym. We don't name this gym. This gym is
that was at the old gym.
The gym that must not be
and
named.
it was probably a full house of people too. So I just walked in. Everybody was just like staring, like, what am I wearing right now? I'm like, guys, we're just working out. So we're doing a little photo shoot.
It's content. Nothing wrong with
it was content, and that's what I had to explain it to everybody. It was content. No, I'm just kidding. No, there was really nobody in the gym when I was wearing this outfit. I did have sweats on. So I work out in it. I worked out in it before, but this was during the winter, and like I said, I had sweats on. That is like just a whole different kind of work. I mean, if I had, you know, like that kind of looks like the old school like workout clothes that the women would wear, right?
A thong?
Like a thong.
A thong with like, what are those, leg warmers?
When I think of old school workouts, I think the track suits, the bright track suits. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, well,
the exercise videos from like the 80s.
Yeah,
but those are they're all covered up.
Very covered up.
But no, I needed the photo shoot. And we wanted to promote, you know, like I said, this was real. We could build it, guys.
Exactly.
We could build the booty. And so I wouldn't work out in that. That's a little bit that's too much.
Too revealing
and too risky. Like then the looks are going to look, you know, like more than 3 seconds.
Yes. Tying it back in. That's a good point.
Then they're a meme on Instagram.
Right.
The stairs become stairs.
The stairs become, photos. And
I swear, don't girls want to get noticed though? They want attention, right? Because we were talking about this the other day, and I equate it to like flowers, right? In the wild, there's a flower that'll grow, and then the next flower to it will want to grow higher, and then the next flower will want to grow higher, and then all of a sudden they bloom, and then the blooms want to outbloom each other. So women in the gym, do they try to outbloom each other?
I've seen it before. With me, I'll be like, that girl motivates me. She looks good. How can I get like that? You know? So, and I've seen other women and I've heard stories about the competition and trying to look better, trying to have the bigger booty, trying to have like the more defined abs, or oh, I need the most attention from this guy or that guy. Too much. I mean, I've seen it, but it's like, let's all thrive together.
Exactly.
You know, everybody's different, and it's just like, praise on your different, you know. So that's just kind of my take on it. I won't ever feel like I need to be better than this woman or anything like that. Like I said, if anything, I'll be like, how can I get like you, kind of thing.
I've had so many girls in the gym recently telling me how they love looking at other girls. They love looking at, probably longer than 3 seconds too.
Yeah.
Because they can appreciate the body.
Guilty of it. Oh, 1,000%. Yeah. Like, I am more prone to look at a woman in the gym than I am at a guy. And that typically what always happens.
And same with guys too, right? Guys get all jacked because they want to attract the women's attention, but all they attract are other guys.
Really? Okay.
No, that's a funny.
So what's your take on it? Like, do you see, like, when you guys see guys in the gym, like, do you like get motivated, or like, because I know that some guys will be hating.
Definitely motivation, for me personally.
Right?
But it's funny because, like he said, you're doing it for the girls. Like, in a perfect world, it's just a whole crowd of girls surrounding you, you know?
Yeah.
But in all reality, it's just a bunch of, you know, dudes hyping you up, which is amazing, but it's so funny to think about that.
Yeah, that is so crazy.
So when you get compliments from a girl in the gym, it's actually kind of nice, but it's very rare. You get compliments by dudes most of the time. It's like, wait, we're working out for a reason here. So it's so weird that, like you just said, so it's guys, that happens the same with guys too, right?
Okay.
So, but yeah, you're guilty of it too, huh? And it's a rule that you break, because 3 seconds.
Right. I mean, it's tough.
If it happens, it happens.
Right. I know. Well, at least I'm not like this creepy guy, you know, like no, but I appreciate a woman's beautiful physique, like the hard work that goes into it, because I feel like it takes women twice as long to get into like really great shape than it does for a guy, because the testosterone, you know. So, and
women carry more fat on their bodies in general than a man, so it is harder to get that tone look, because a girl can be toned underneath but just look big until that fat layer comes off.
Right. Yeah.
So what's the body fat percentage that women can get down to healthily?
Ooh, okay. So I think I still in the
healthily.
Yeah, I feel like 12% is pretty low.
Okay.
It's pretty low for a female. Have I ever I haven't even got down to like 12%. Like, I think I was at like 18% and I liked it. And it's healthy. You don't want to lose too much body fat as a woman, because you will lose your period, like, which is crazy. It's happened to me before. Training consistent, like, that's not healthy. Like, we need, you know, we need our.
Why does that happen? Is that just too much? Why does it?
Our hormones are just changing, and like, as a female, your body needs to regulate those hormones, and it's just it does happen. I feel like with bikini competitors, my friends have done it. Yeah, if your body
I've heard of that happening.
Yeah, if your body fat percentage is too low, like, you will lose your period. And healthy body fat percentage, I think women should be over 12, and if they like want to stay lean, I think if you're between like 12% and like maybe the 20s is just like a good
range to be in.
Yeah, it just depending on the look, that if you want a softer look, the 20s body fat percentage would be cool. But if you're like 12 to like maybe 20, then that's like a little bit of a stronger look. But I think healthy, I wouldn't want women to push down to like even less than 14%. Okay. That's a little too, I mean, it just depends on the look that you like also, but healthy, I think no less than 14, or like even 16. Keep it at 18. Okay. 18 is a nice number. 18
is a good number for a lot of things.
I think. Yeah. 18 is like a sweet number.
I had a buddy. I don't think you wouldn't know him. I had a buddy, a guy, not a girl, a guy, who got down to, I think it was like 4 or 5%.
That's insane.
And he was miserable. Okay. He was on the verge of passing out most of the time. He did it, and as soon as we shot, he went and got a sandwich and ate, and it was, I mean, it wasn't funny, but it was funny thinking back.
Wow, did his body like blow up?
He was just so emaciated, pretty much.
Oh, because he has food in his system.
No, before the food, and then after the food, he started to get a little color to his skin.
Oh my God.
But it's a meal.
Was he on competition or something? Or
no, he just wanted to prove that he could do it.
Wow.
So he did, yeah.
Yeah, I've had friends who are like
insane.
I've had friends like the bodybuilding and stuff telling me how mentally like, you know, exhausting and like it's kind of painful to be in that low of a body state. I mean, like what's the point of it?
What is the point of it? Like he was like, late at night. He would hallucinate at night from lack of food, pretty much.
Yeah, that's like insane.
Like, what are you doing to yourself?
You're torturing me.
What is the point?
All for all the guys to look at you in the gym.
Just to take your shirt off for 5 seconds and like that's it and go back to your day.
Yeah,
see,
exactly.
That's insane. Yeah. Like it's a mental thing too at that point. You're not.
It's a mental. I think it can be a disease, right? It can be so addicting.
Yeah.
Right, to get into the gym and just start like going crazy. You see results. Once you see results, then it's so easy to keep going. Like me, I don't know you, Kiara, but like, or Alec, right? But like, you're never happy.
Right.
We're never happy, and nobody on the outside of the gym, I'm saying, can understand what we're going through, right? We're just never happy. It's like always more.
Right.
So do you feel that way
all the time? I feel like ever since I started, you know, getting into the gym and all that stuff, I have like body dysmorphia.
Yeah.
It's insane. Like if my abs aren't showing, I'm like, oh gosh, I'm so hard on myself.
Yeah.
If it's not my legs looking lean, I'm like, damn. Or even my arms are looking toned. Like it's just body dysmorphia all the time. Yeah, I'm happy with myself, you know, but there's always something that I want to work on. There's always something that I need to fix, or I just want to I don't want to look as soft. And it's just, it's a never ending thing, but that's just a part of the game of going into like the fitness journey.
And it's not just you, it's every single person I shoot with. Some of these people are like supposedly the gods of their industry. Like, you know, they're still like, oh, I feel flat. Oh, I feel soft. Oh, I feel that. It's so crazy. It's like, are you serious right now?
Yeah, like, it's crazy, right? It's like the fitness comes with, you know, its pros and its cons, but it's definitely like that's one of the things that like just you got to mentally battle all the time. But it's like the society we live in, you know, we want to look good.
Welcome to LA.
I know, right? Welcome to LA.
Welcome to 2025.
You know, sometimes women say they don't want to lose weight because they'll lose it in their boobs and their butt first. Is that true?
It's a good question.
Yeah, not necessarily. I think, well, you for sure lose weight in your boobs and your butt, 1,000%. But it just depends on the person's body type. Like me, I notice I lose it more on like my face and my arms, and actually my lower body is like the last part. That
it works out well.
It works out well.
Oh yeah, for our current 2025, that works perfect for you.
Yeah, so I know the 2025, and so you know, I always tell girls too, like everybody's body shape is so different. Like some women are like apples, you know, they hold all their weight like in their midsection. Some women are like pears, you know, like they don't hold as much weight on their upper body as they do as their lower body. Yeah, so it's not necessary, but you will lose some boob, you will lose some ass for sure when you are in, you know, in the stage of just losing weight.
Part of the process.
Yeah, part of the process.
Okay.
It happens.
Speaking of 2025, let's talk a little bit about AI.
Okay.
And we were talking about this a little bit beforehand. What do you think about using AI as a personal trainer? Do you think it can, you know, potentially replace you? And, you know, potentially, do you think, for me personally, I think it's a great tool to use as a videographer. You know, there's Video 3, there's the Google, you know, there's all these different AI sites that'll just make you a video, cut you content, completely removing me. But I like to use it as a tool in my tool belt. Do you do anything with it at all?
I think as far as like personal training, I wouldn't think that people would take me, or, you know, they could, but I feel like they're taking away the whole experience.
And that you create the experience.
I create the experience.
What it could do is make a workout plan that they could then take down to their gym.
Right. You know, I think it's just all about, I mean, me, I'm a visual learner. I'm a hands-on learner. And me, the best results for anything like is just being that one-on-one and just experiencing it myself versus like reading it off something and just like.
I completely agree with
that.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm just like, maybe people, you know, they see it, they have it, maybe, they'll buy it, but are they going to get the results that they want to see? Probably not.
And there's no motivation. That's the key part.
Yeah.
Like, when you're on rep 8 and it's just like you're trying to get through it, and you could either quit now and be lazy or have someone pushing you.
Right.
It's so hard to do it yourself sometimes.
For sure. So I always say I'm like their little cheerleader, you know, so I'm pushing them, you know, to really hit whatever they can't hit like if they were by themselves. Yeah. So I think it just depends. AI is good for some things, but I feel like in-person experiences, I mean, online is great too, and all that stuff. Like all that is great for personal, but AI itself, like a robot, it's just like we talked about the emotional connection. You lose that, like, and it just becomes boring, and it doesn't fulfill.
How's a robot going to motivate you?
Right.
Good job. No. Good job.
I know.
One more rep.
I know. See, this is just silly. It's just silly. You lose the emotional connection for sure, and it's just like it's just not fulfilling. Like it's just really, really not. Like I don't know. It's almost.
I like that she's not into the technology as much though, Alec, because I think like as much as I like to embrace the technology, I think what's going to happen is it's going to come full circle. Everybody's going to want that human connection. Everyone's going to lose the skills to be human.
Right.
And then she's going to come full circle 5 years, 7 years, 10 years, whatever it is. And everyone's going to come back to her and she's going to be so good at it because she's kept up those skills of connecting with a human, whereas everyone else is going to lose them because they're going to AI.
On top of that, too, there's always going to be a place for us. We'll become specialists in a sense. Videographer, video production specialist, personal trainer specialist. And then there will be a whole bunch of people that do just, get those base workouts and then run with it themselves.
Right.
But there will always be a place for the specialists, I think.
I think so, too. And I also, now that I'm thinking about it, it's almost like an energy kind of thing when you are with the person. It's so different.
100%.
Like, yeah, like you want to be able to give like good energy, whether it is online or in person, like you're delivering energy. You can't
even online you are.
Yeah, for sure. And you can't do that as a robot. Like it's
what?
I know.
How did you say that?
It's just you want an emotional connection too. I think personal training is more not just telling you, let me tell you what to do, these workouts. It's the emotional connection that you like vibe with somebody and you give, when it is like we're working out with somebody.
So it's safe to say you wouldn't let a robot train you.
Oh, no, never, no. I've been trained by in-person, seen online. All of that is great, but if a robot but I prefer the in-person. Like it's so much more rewarding when I have that in-person connection with somebody. It's personal.
Okay, let's take this a step further.
Okay.
Let's up the ante.
Okay.
All right. We download you can download your intellect, your whatever you are, your essence, we'll say, into a robot. And then you just have a duplicate of yourself. Would you do that? I just thought of that, and I might be down for something like that.
Would I mean, it's a trial and error thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
You can experiment with me if you like it.
Yeah.
You're welcome to it.
It would have to be trial and error. But I'm just like, I don't know if I'm more old school, but I don't know how I feel. We would have to see.
No robots for you.
I know. No robots. No robots.
Okay, no robots.
Because it's still not going to be the same.
It wouldn't be the same.
Still, even though it's downloaded from you, it's still like what were we doing the other day? You downloaded, you did something that was like in your brain or whatever it was, but it still didn't translate, and we still had to edit it.
Oh yeah, the cut job, right?
What are we talking about? It might have been cut, or you chat GPT'd like a summary of something in your words or whatever, but it still wasn't your word.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, I mean, chat's great. Chat is fucking great, but
use it every day. Literally for everything.
I have it downloaded to both computers, so it's just like an app on there.
Yeah,
Alt spacebar.
Yeah, it's the best tool. Like, I just can't even imagine like living without it now.
But what if somebody like Alex said earlier, like they could just chat a nutrition plan, right? And then they don't need you. Do you do nutrition for your clients as well? Like,
I do.
What if they just said, you know what? I can just do it for free and chat GPT it or whatever. And then, you're going to say, great, go do that. But you're going to lose the personal connection still, right? They could do the nutrition part, but they're going to lose you.
Yeah. Cause I still have my take on like my personal take on nutrition. So they're just getting like a cookie cutter.
Sure. Makes sense.
Yeah.
For
so
sure.
I still like tell them like, hey, like do X, Y, and Z with your diet versus like them okay, so let me do yogurt, and what if you're lactose? I'm just like, okay, there's an alternative where I could actually tell you. So
because they'll get stuck, and then they'll still need to call a human like you.
Right?
Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
And then it gets bad.
Yeah,
And it gets real bad.
I know. Yeah. So I'm still here, but ChatGPT, I feel like it's more when things like that, cookie cutter kind of stuff.
It's a tool for the tool belt. It isn't the whole picture.
Right.
It isn't the whole tool belt.
Yeah. I agree.
Now you train. You said you only train women, but do you ever get trained? Were you ever trained by a trainer?
I was.
Did you have a male or female?
It's crazy because I've only had male trainers. Which is insane.
Oh, you broke your rules.
I did. I really did. But I mean, when it comes to the client, I feel like it's different for a male being the trainer. Like, hey, I have all the female trainer or female clients. But for me, it's just like I just will only work with females. So it's just different. It's different. I had a personal trainer when I first started working out. So that's how I fell in love with everything and started like learning everything, is when I got a personal trainer. Mm-hmm. And then after that, but we would only do like pretty much upper body. Like we would never really do lower body.
Really?
Yeah.
And this was male or female?
This was a male trainer. My very first trainer. We would only do pretty much upper body, abs. Yeah, we would do squats and lunges here and there and like press, but nothing that what I've learned today, like with a lot of the hip thrusts and like,
hip thrusts have taken over.
Like that is the game changer.
Yeah, no, everybody does that now.
Yeah, so it's definitely good. Again, like if you want to like just build the ass, like it's strictly for the ass.
I heard it was the hip thrusting is for like everything, the whole leg, front, back, booty, everything, right? Or no?
No, it will tap into like your hamstrings and your quads, but it's mainly for your glutes.
It's that booty blaster.
It's the booty blaster, the booty pump. If you want a nice booty pump, then do the hip thrust.
Okay.
Yeah, but it just depends on your position of your foot, the footing, if it's gonna hit your hamstrings or your quads. But if you're strictly trying to just focus on the booty, the hip thruster is like a key exercise.
Makes sense.
Yeah, in my opinion. Yeah, in my opinion.
Got to start doing that, Alec. Hip thrusters.
Yeah, so for some good
I need to
booty gains.
Restart my membership again at the gym. Paused it.
Oh.
So I was too busy.
Oh, no.
So now I need to restart it.
Let's do it.
It got me motivated again.
Yeah, but
But I've been going downstairs. I've been using one downstairs.
I saw it. It's
nice. A little something.
Cute, yeah.
It's cute.
It's cute.
It's always a good thing when your gym's cute.
It's cute. It has, it's little barbell setup and
it's got cables. I like cables.
So it has. It's
does the trick for the moment, but we can't really do much legs down there.
You can't do much legs.
We'll have to check it out after the show. Maybe if you guys are lucky, you'll get to see her doing an example exercise for you. Maybe we'll get her to do that.
Oh my gosh, some squats.
Some squats.
No, there's no
hip thrusters.
Okay.
Well, we could create.
Okay, at home gym, little workout.
There's a bar.
Okay.
There's a bar.
And there's cables, so we could attach a cable to each end.
Okay.
And then do a squat that way.
Okay.
Maybe.
Yeah, you're going to have to renew your membership.
Yeah, I think so.
I think that's just the basic.
Yeah, and there's no leg press.
Yeah.
There's the hamstring curls and the quad extensions. So we got
need
those.
More to build, I think.
Just a little bit.
That's well, back to like you said male trainer. Oh, training. I was trained by first initial.
You broke the rules.
I did, but the reverse rules as a trainer to client. Like me being the client, I went to, would I go to a woman today? Absolutely. I've seen so many great female trainers. I'm just like, damn, like how can I get like her? Like the bikini competitors, they know. And so, yes, I feel like I don't want to be like a double standard. But I just think as far as me getting into, back then there weren't actually female trainers as there is today.
Okay.
There's a lot more now. And so would I have gone with a female trainer? Sure. Actually, I've seen some pretty, fit. But I'm talking like this was maybe, I started about 10 years ago when I started training. And would I have gone to a female? Of course. Okay. I just, at the time, the conveniency, it was just the guy was there, like, let's work out. And
connection was there.
Yeah.
The energy was there.
The energy was great. Yeah. So it was fun.
And you never had a bad experience that way then? It was...
No, I have, but I've heard stories from my my clients, some of them, not all of them, that the reason why they prefer a female trainer is because they've had experiences.
Yeah.
So they're like, no, I prefer, female, because my old trainer, who was a male, was doing some weird stuff when they were stretching.
Wow.
Yeah.
You take care of them properly.
Yeah.
There's no weird stuff
I'm
with
like,
you.
there's no weird stuff going on here. Like,
what if you were attracted to them though? Does it change if they do borderline weird stuff?
I mean, if you're attracted, like, and the consent is there, I mean,
It's different.
It's
different.
different.
It's always
Like-
a little rules
like,
here and there that you can break.
There's
right?
always
Where we've been.
a little stipulation.
Yeah. I mean, if the vibe is going good and the vibe's right, the consent's there, and just like, hey, do your thing.
But then if it's, you can only go so far,
Right.
Like you you can't go like, if they're getting turned on, it's like that, even though they're attractive, now it's unattractive, right? Like you can't go that far.
I mean,
If you thought a trainer was hot and then he's getting turned on in the middle of a workout, he's not hot
Right.
anymore, right?
No,
like
no. Well,
that's crazy.
Room full of trainers.
we'll train down trainers. I mean,
We
everybody
got 30
looks,
people in the gym at the
everybody
time.
looks good, but you can't. I mean, as far as taking it to the next level, I mean, that's like outside of the gym.
Technically not. If we're so the gym that must not be named. Sauna. The sauna room.
Oh my god, I'm gonna take a sip.
What are you guys talking about? It's the sauna room.
No, I just think
No, I know where you're going.
Oh, that's all I was going. I'm not going further than that.
Oh.
I'm not putting us at risk.
I know. Don't put me at risk.
No. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
No, our minds are automatically go there. That's all you have to say is the
It's
sauna
the gym
room.
that must not be named.
But
It's just like Voldemort.
But that's if it's like a co-ed, right? You have most gyms are like, I think, separate, women and men, right? But there are some gyms where it's a co-ed sauna.
I think
which
it's
is
LA Fitness is co-ed. What's the?
I think 24 is co-ed.
Yeah.
LA Fitness is separate.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Equinox is separate. What other gyms are separate?
And separate for a reason. That's where our mind
Right.
goes. That's what Alex
That's
brought
what
in.
Mac needs to put in MacFit.
Yeah, a sauna, right?
Yes.
A sauna.
In that little back
I
area.
think that would be great. I know he's doing some other things. I'm not sure what else, but I think a sauna would be amazing. I know.
I'd get an actual membership.
Yeah,
at that
really?
point.
Okay, yeah.
To
A lot of
work out
people go
at,
in
yeah.
for the sauna. They asked me if we got
That's the main reason I have a membership over there. is
Really?
Because of that sauna, yeah.
Okay. So the sauna is like a thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good. I know. Tell
Do you
him.
ever do it?
I've done it in the past, but I don't have access to a sauna.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't.
You used to.
I used to. Would I go in their sauna? Yeah, I would go in the sauna. Like it was convenient. It was like you could put your eucalyptus in there, the oils, and that's nice. But yes, if I could sauna, I would. But I don't have like the luxury. I don't have the access right now.
It's the main reason I want to
Yeah,
turn my
the sauna
membership
is,
back on.
Yeah, I love to sweat too. So I love.
It just feels so good.
It feels great. You're releasing all these toxins. Like you feel great.
Isn't there a new red light? Isn't there a sauna, like an extension of a sauna where it's now
I think it's like a
ultra red
combination
light
or
or something? Or
something like that, like a combination or something.
Yeah, so we have a red light.
You just kept spitting.
I know. I'm like, why is my
That's the one issue. These chairs are amazing, but that one
Yeah, this
specifically
one's
just keeps
spinning
spinning.
This one's spinning a lot. I'm like, I'm trying to get comfortable again. But we have a red light. I'm not really sure how to use it.
just turn it on.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I don't know. I'm like still learning the benefits for it and everything. Like,
I've heard they're really good.
Yeah, me too. So I mean, it just takes time. It takes time, like 30 minutes maybe. Yeah.
So I'm guessing you're more of a motivator
Yes.
over an actor, like a personal trainer, a private trainer, right?
I
Is that true?
No, I'm both.
Well, both, but I mean, you motivate your clients.
I love to motivate
You know,
my clients. Yeah.
much more than just a private trainer.
Yeah. I love to motivate my people because we're all there to elevate mentally, physically. Yeah.
Yeah, I was researching you, and I see more motivational than trainer, and I personally appreciate that so much because you have to motivate people to get in the gym. If you're not a motivator, they're never going to get in.
Right.
And you can keep clients if you're a motivator. You can't keep clients if you're not a motivator because they're just going to give up. So you have to do both, like you said.
Right.
But Alex, totally right. It's like, wait a minute, you have to be a motivator first. And all the research I saw on you was just motivation everywhere.
Yeah.
So leads me into, do you have a favorite motivational quote for your clients?
I know I have a couple. The quotes, believe it like it's already yours. And that goes with anything. So if that dream body that you want, if it's, you know, that career that you want, that significant other that you want, just believe it like it's already yours. Like, see yourself there already, and then you're just going to keep going in that alignment, and then you're going to get there eventually. You know, it takes time. But I think I always even like tell
good things take time.
Yeah, good things take time for sure. And that's like probably another motivational quote that I like resonate with. Good things take time, and the things that happen too quick, they don't stick, which is so true. Super, super true. So it's just, you got to be patient. I know you got to be patient. I always remind my girls too, you know, it takes time and consistency to get to where you want to be, because
100%.
Yeah, because if they're not seeing, you know, results in their body, they get, you know, unmotivated. And I'm just like, just keep going.
And they'll cheat when you're not looking. That's what drives me nuts. It's like one thing that drives me nuts. We didn't even get to pet peeve, Alec, but this drives me nuts is like they'll do a great workout, and then it's like before they're on their way out of the gym, they're already into that protein bar. And it's like, wait, you just spent an hour and a half killing like 300 calories or 200 calories, maybe not even that. And I turn that package over and say, look, this bar is 220. You're putting more immediately back in your body. And it's like, don't even do that. No.
Yeah. No, 1,000%. That's tough.
Never thought about it that way.
Yeah.
Pisses me off.
I know, it sucks.
I just thought about it as a protein.
Right.
You know?
I know.
You got to be in that deficit, though. You know what I mean? And you can't just, it's more mental than anything. It's like you don't need it in 5 minutes. You know, like you just don't.
You have like what, an hour, 2 hours?
I think that's a myth. Is that a myth, Kiara?
I think just getting your protein at least post-workout between post and 45 minutes. I think you should definitely get your protein in. And should it be a protein bar? I don't always say necessarily a protein bar. I think
it's food, right?
Food, like, get your, I mean, if it's a protein drink, just so it could digest in the body much quicker. I always say that too. If you got your protein drink, the less ingredients, the better, in my opinion. Yeah, just like get something, maybe even a chocolate protein drink. Right?
Wait. I don't.
So it's good.
So my high school football coach would preach to us. So I'm from the East Coast. We have Wawa. Do you guys know what Wawa is?
What was Wawa?
It's like a much better 7-Eleven, like a million times better than 7-Eleven. And there was Wawa chocolate milk.
Okay.
The thing was, we'd stop by there after practice. We'd get a big thing of chocolate milk for each of us. We'd down that, go home, have like 5-6 eggs.
Yeah.
And that was the schedule. But what do you think about chocolate milk?
I heard that chocolate milk's really good for you. I heard it's good for you, and like, I don't know the science. Yeah, high in protein. I don't know too much science behind it, but I've heard good things about drinking chocolate milk after like a workout. Yeah, that's crazy.
So he was onto something.
Yeah, he was. And like the egg whites, definitely like keep those, game changer. Leave those in your diet for sure. Would I eat them raw? No. Never.
Rocky style.
Yeah, that's a no for me. I just couldn't. It would make me want to probably throw up.
It's the consistency. It's like the that sliminess.
The texture, right?
Yeah, I can't do it.
It's too gooey.
And nothing like, I can't eat any food like that.
Yeah, me
like
neither.
it's just no. It's
just not. No.
Josh is about it. You eat raw eggs every day, right?
I had tried it, and I developed some sort of egg allergy for years. But now
I didn't know this. I was guessing.
Oh, God.
No, but now I can eat eggs again though. But I would literally get sick eating eggs after that happened. I don't know if that's because of what it was or whatever, but that was years ago. But now I can eat eggs again without getting physically sick.
Yeah.
But I think it was because I was trying to do raw, and it was just like disgusting.
Too much. Yeah. But I did also hear, and I did research, that you could also get your protein in at least like an hour before your workout.
I've thought about that.
Yeah.
Like, eat a huge meal before, go to the gym right after. I think that would be the best.
Yeah. So I've also done research, and research said that it works just as well as taking your protein after a workout. So it's just within that time frame. Your workout, maybe an hour before.
Then you have the energy and the power to actually wait. You
right.
want to do a heavy leg day?
Right.
That's how you're doing it.
Yeah. So I've heard, I've done research, and like research shows that also works. It's just as beneficial as taking it after. But I mean, each to their own. Everybody has their own. But like I said, I did research on it. So
I don't even do protein powder. You know, I don't even do. It's food. It's all food.
I try to do food
because the research, like, it's like protein powder is so expensive,
right?
And it's like, did you guys know this? Like, the vegan protein is like, you might as well half it. If it says like 20 grams per scoop, it's like 10.
Oh yeah, I believe that.
And then what does it weigh? If it says like it's like 80%, and then isolate is like 90%, right? So if you're doing a scoop and it says 25 grams, it's not even close to 25 grams.
Wow.
Do you know about protein? What do you think the best protein is?
I believe the isolate, is the best protein that someone could take.
Is that the same as whey isolate? Because I feel like I've heard of whey isolate.
Yeah, it's whey isolate. There's concentrate and then isolate.
I gotcha.
I think the isolate digests best with the body versus like the whey.
And that's lactose, right? That's like milk.
I think the majority of them are lactose. But me, it's hard now. I used to be able to do like the isolate no problem, but now I'm lactose, so I just cannot. I'm intolerant, so I have to do vegan protein now, and it's crazy because like you develop these things when you get older. I'm like, damn, this sucks.
Getting older is not fun.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm not old, but I'm just like, your body goes
old head.
Yeah, your body goes through changes, and you can't digest food the way you used to.
Yeah.
But I would think isolate is the best kind of protein.
I used to do beef.
Oh wow.
Or carnivore protein from beef.
Okay.
And I really like that. That was back in the day. It tasted terrible. But I did like it.
Okay.
It was good.
The worse it tastes, the better, right?
I think so, actually.
I know.
And it was this weird blue color. It probably wasn't great for me, honestly.
You should put up a picture of what this
I don't remember.
Like.
It might have been called
let's
carnivore.
put a picture up.
Please, because I don't know what this is.
Give us the name of it off camera.
It's carnivore or something. It's like a red bottle, or used to be like a red bottle. This was like 2017, 2018.
Okay, see, I don't even know.
Yeah, it was GNC brand. It was sold at GNC.
I'm not a fan of GNC.
Why?
Oh, just their products are not all FDA approved.
This isn't fucking FDA approved. I don't understand the FDA.
Supplements are not actually.
Supplements are not.
I don't fucking get it.
Yeah, it's just stuff that isn't approved by like the Food Drug Administration. Like,
and it just doesn't matter.
And it doesn't. Who knows if it might hurt you, like in the long run.
Or is it better for you?
Yeah.
Who knows if it's FDA? I mean, if the FDA is looking at it, it could hurt you in the long run. I don't know. I don't want to get conspiracy
I don't
on
want
you
to
guys.
Get conspiracy, but I just stay away from the GNC. There's just some stuff are not FDA approved. Like I would always encourage you to go to like a NutriShop, like a Get Yoked, or any kind of other vitamin shop other than the GNC. The GNC just doesn't. With your obvious products like C4, like Celsius, you can obviously get, but other things I just don't trust.
What's the best way to lose weight, would you say?
Like we said, caloric deficit, making sure you're eating less than and then weight training, cardio, and doing it. I think, well, obviously there's the stuff, the Ozempic and all that's happening. But
what do you think about that?
I know.
Let's go in.
I know. So let me tell you a story. I just had a previous client. She's coming back to me. She told me this crazy story how her mother-in-law was on Ozempic. And I mean, if you need it, go for it. Like I said, each their own. But she was telling me that her mother-in-law was on it. And then, so what it does, it eats up your muscle. And so both of her mother's legs fell off.
What do you mean? Wait. You need to, wait, what?
Like, okay.
And this isn't funny. What are you laughing about? Her mother's legs fell off.
It's not funny.
You're laughing. We're both laughing. Josh is laughing.
I'm sorry. It's just, like, it just sounds so silly.
Just keep liking.
It sounds so silly, like how, well, okay, it's tragic. Like she was taking Ozempic and she was diagnosed, like she was being able to take it. And so since the Ozempic was eating all her muscle, her legs gave out on her. And I'm like, okay, so this is like insane how that supplement or whatever you want to call it, like could literally eat all your muscle. You're losing the fat.
How much time did this take?
Oh, I didn't ask her that.
That would have been a good question.
Right. I should have asked her.
Is this a 3-year period or a 3-day period?
I think
Do you lose your legs in 3 days? So Ozempic caused you to lose your legs in 3 days. Do they fall off your body?
Yeah, let's clarify that. What do you mean where her legs fell off? What does this mean?
I like the bait. I like the hook. It was great. Great job. That was gold.
They came out of the hip joint and fell off, or...
There's a lot of blood after that.
I don't think she was able to walk. No, I don't want to be. No, I can't make fun of it. But
yeah, we're not laughing.
It was just
we're laughing with them.
It was just so crazy to me how her legs gave out on her because she didn't have any muscle. But because although Ozempic was eating the muscle.
That makes sense.
I put 2 and 2 together here too. I didn't realize that. So it was eating the muscle. It wasn't just. So when I had both of my surgeries, but just one of them, I have a surgery on my leg, on my knee. This leg, from just being in crutches and not moving, like I was bedridden for like 10 days straight, and then just leg like this for like 3 months straight, or 2 months, whatever it was. And by the end of it, this one's jacked and fucking huge, but this one's just so. What's the word? What's the word when all the muscles atrophied? The muscles just atrophied. So but yours, it's actually it's negative. It's not just negative. It's not doing nothing. It's actually pulling away from it.
Right, and that's insane.
Yeah.
I was like taken back. I'm glad I heard the story because it's like something that I could tell people, clients and all that. Like, just be careful.
Don't go too hard.
Don't go too hard.
No.
Don't go too hard on that. But to lose weight, let's do it. Let's do it where, you're eating right, in that deficit, you're training hard, you're hitting your cardio. And when you put all that together, then you're going to lose weight and you're going to do it healthy and for longevity.
Healthy.
Because there's Ozempic face too, right? Like, what was that all about?
I haven't heard about that.
Like it sucks in. So
makes you really gone.
Okay.
Because it eats away at your
the muscles, huh?
Probably. Cheek muscles probably just kind of sinking.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It supposedly ages you and kills you and all that stuff. It makes your legs fall off and,
So is it a peptide or is it just like a grouping of whatever, a medicine, or like what is it exactly? Do we know?
It is grouped into a peptide. I think I've seen there's a Ozempic is the brand name, and then there's another
GLP-1s is the whatever term, and I know GLP-1s is a class of peptides. So
okay, I'm not too familiar with it. I'm still kind of learning because it's new, right?
It's very new. Yeah. And they're interesting. There's some good ones out there.
Yeah.
But I don't understand them, really.
Right. Some good success stories on it. Mm-hmm. But it's just be careful. Don't go too hard.
You can go too hard. Pretty easy. Pretty easy, I'd say.
Don't go too hard. But yeah.
What the best way to lose weight? Did we get that answer? So it's is it diet, is it cardio, or is it sweet sweat?
You need the
sweet sweat too.
Ooh,
sweet sweat.
You need the sweet sweat.
Okay, if you say so.
Yeah, you need a little bit of everything.
Wait, so I've only seen sweet sweat used to make sweat. What is it actually like for video, like on camera?
Well, it just helps you it heats up your body. So you could, so that there's something in it. There's an ingredient that heats up your body, like an area where you want to get hot. And that's when you start sweating. But the sweet sweat, do I believe it? I think I've used it personally, and it does help me sweat, so it's just like water weight,
So if you were to go in the sauna after a workout, it would be accomplishing a very similar thing, most likely.
Similar, yeah. And so also, like, I see people drinking their water when they're in the sauna. Mm-hmm. Don't drink your water when you're in the sauna. You're just pouring that back into your body.
Okay, hear me out on this one. This is what I do, because I'll fill my water bottle before going in the sauna, and I'll sit in there for 30 minutes. And I don't leave that sauna until my water's empty and I'm getting major dry mouth again. So I'll keep drinking and like replacing like flushing out the toxic water or toxic, whatever in my body, replacing with good fresh water. And then eventually again and again and again. Mm-hmm. And then I just get so dried out eventually.
Yeah, I think
when I run out.
Drink your water before, and then when you're in the sauna.
Less time in the sauna.
I just stick to the sauna, 30 minutes or whatever you do. But just don't drink the water when you're in the sauna. Okay. Drink the water beforehand and afterhand, but let your body just really decompress all that.
I'll give it a try.
Yeah, because you're just okay. Yeah, because you want to be releasing instead of pouring back in.
I gotcha.
So that's what I've learned.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I learned that in the past. So when I use the sauna, I stay away from my water.
Okay.
Yeah.
Similar to not eating your protein bar after you're done on the treadmill.
It's a few changes I've learned today. A few changes I'm going to be making.
We're getting healthier.
Do you have something you want to ask first?
I was going to say, how does Sweet Sweat actually work? What do you do?
Sounds like
is it you rub it on, and then I saw something where there's like a weight belt that you have to put on over top of it, or how does it actually, is it changed now? Like,
yeah, so it's still the same. So there's like a little like bar or two, or like, you know, or like a cream.
It's like a deodorant.
Yeah, it's like a deodorant kind of looking thing. And then you place it on the areas where you want to sweat. Like I said, it helps stimulate heat. So you could, eventually sweat in that area.
Oh,
and
wow.
They do have the belt too. I use it for cardio. Actually, I put it on my waist, and it does help me with water retention on my waist. And, you know, some people have their take on it. Me personally, I've also done my research, and it has a small percentage of working, but it's also like everything else, consistency.
Just another tool.
Another tool. You got to do it consistently, and then you'll start seeing. Don't rely on it for major changes, you know? Sure. So that's not gonna change.
Just one more thing to use while you're still being healthy, while you're hitting the gym consistently and hitting heavy weights or whatever it is.
Right. So I'm for it, you know.
Because I saw it on your Amazon favorites list or something. You've got it on here. Yeah.
Josh did a deep dive.
I went deep.
He ordered everything on your Amazon list.
I know everything about you. I know more than you know about you. No, I'm just kidding.
No, I'm like, damn, okay, yeah, I use that. I do use it. Yeah, I use it. And I only say use it when you're doing like your cardio.
Okay.
If you're doing your weight training, leave it out. You're restricting your abs, you know, so you want to engage in your abs with your workout. So I never ever say like, hey, like use your Sweet Sweat band, because like, you're not getting the full effect, you know, just when you do cardio.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want you to talk about, sell your programs real quick. You have what, a 4 and a 12-week program?
Oh yes. So I have a 4-week fat loss guide.
Let me hear about it.
Yeah. 4-week fat loss guide, nutrition guide as well. So that just breaks in 4 weeks. It's for a very beginner. Beginner.
Gets them
started and motivated to like, hey, let's start. Personalize. You know, I worked with a couple people to create that. And then there's the 12-week, you know, booty guide, again, another beginner, just learning the basics. You know, this is more for like at home, or like if you want to go into the gym, like in a corner and like set your tools up.
What do they need for it? Bands
they need their bands. Weights, maybe like 5, 10, 20, 15 even pounds, maybe even 30. Resistant bands are key. I feel like they're so underrated, whether it's like the thicker bands or even like the thin ones, the longer ones. And then just maybe a yoga mat, and then all your body at the same time. Like that's really all you really need.
Okay.
Yeah, and so it gives you, I believe there are 75 pages each. So the booty, oh,
they're full.
They're full. It gives you a breakdown of what muscle you're working, and it also tells you a little bit about like for the booty program, like each part of the booty, the side of the booty, the under booty, and like the top of the booty.
There's a science to this.
Yeah,
there's a lot of different parts.
Yeah. But, you know, if anybody's curious to know about like, okay, what muscle am I working? Because some girls have asked me in the gym, hey, am I working my upper glute with this? I'm like, no, you're working your under glute for that. And so it just gives you a pretty like good specific explanation of like what exactly you're working out.
No, that's
a breakdown. Yeah, and it gives you like every week. Monday through Sunday.
And this goes back to what we were talking about. You know, you'll have that smaller PDF they can buy, but if they want your motivation, if they want you, they can still get you.
And so one of the reasons why I created the PDF is because I have girls who've reached out to me, and they're from Atlanta or they're from Florida. And it's sweet. I feel so honored. I'm like, wow, like my platform's like reaching
that far.
Yeah, I have my TikTok too, and they go to like my Instagram. I have my Instagram connected, and they're going on my platform, and they're seeing like they can't. And even like there was one girl who was training with me, and she was from, oh my gosh, I forget what city it was, but also that's another reason I'm like, you know what, let me create something, because I'm not there yet where I have like my full online or anything online like that, but I'm just like, let me just give them something so they could just the basic work, because a lot of my girls you know, they don't know where to start. They don't know where to start, and they don't know they don't have a routine.
Yeah,
you know,
you gotta instill that in them.
Yeah, so this is just a really good way to reach out to them, give them something without having me like, you know, just I don't have it online yet. So it's just nice. It's something,
we're building that. That's coming soon.
Coming soon. It's in the works. So it's something good for them to have, and plus it's from me, you know. So it's from me. And so I worked really hard on it, you know, with the people who I partnered up with. And so yeah, that's just kind of like my little take on my 4-week and my 12-week guide.
And you're saying the men should get this little booty program too, right? Because the women want men with booties, you say.
Right.
Yes.
I love me a nice ass on a guy. I mean, we don't want a pancake ass.
Never want that. You never want that.
Men are more than welcome to get that. The in person, that's different. Super, super different. But if the men want to go ahead and purchase, I mean, the fat loss and the nutrition is, men are welcome. Like, you could totally look at it, get a breakdown of like what's good to eat, and so yeah, it gives you some more like high intensity workouts and stuff. Yeah, so it's really friendly, beginner friendly.
Makes sense. Is there anything more that you wanted to hit, bro?
Yeah, I mean, we didn't touch on, I mean, it's very rare these days to find anyone, guy or girl, that's native to LA. Ooh. So we're filming in Hollywood, but I'm from the Valley. Kiara, you're from the Valley.
I'm from the East Coast.
Yeah, Alex, one of the many, many people that come here from all places of the world, right, to come to Hollywood. But me, local. Kiara, local. What's it like being a local person? We're like unicorns.
I know. I love being a local person. You know, it's so interesting because I feel like people have this like preconceived like notion of like, oh, LA people are this and they're that, something negative. And not all of us are. Okay. So, I mean, me, I don't think I'm, you know, like, Hollywood is just given this crazy ideal, I don't know, perception of people. And I just think we're really down to earth if you guys get to really know the people who are from, you know, the San Fernando Valley, you know, born and raised. And it's crazy because I will meet so many people in LA or Hollywood who aren't from here. And it's just, it is just
so many of us.
So many. Yes. You guys are great though. I mean, I feel like your people will find you, but there's interesting people out there, we'll say.
I'll be honest, not everyone is great, but some are.
Yeah, I feel like
there's enough good ones.
Yeah, I feel like you probably deal with it more since you're like not from.
I feel like I mean, not on like a good or bad situation, but just so many people.
So many people.
So many of my clients are from out of state. Like, some of them moved here when they were younger. Some moved here 6 months ago. But so many probably 95% of the people I work with are all transplants, like myself.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm just meeting people who are from Europe. I'm like, damn. Like,
that too.
Yeah, Europe.
Like, this building alone, there's so many people from Europe specifically.
It is,
you know, there's so many people that move here and they have good attitudes, but then the honeymoon period, once it's over, they're the ones that have the bad attitudes. I think the local people are the ones that are always pretty chill.
Yeah.
It's the ones that come here and then they have a good attitude, then they get Hollywoodized or LA, like, and then it's like they're really, really, really bad, and it's like, where'd this toxic, like, that locals aren't like this.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, spot on. I agree. I think I totally agree. Coming from the San Fernando Valley and living in LA, working in Hollywood, you get a lot of everything, but yeah, people are just unique in their own ways, and you'll meet your good people, and you'll meet your people who are like, you just have different views on things.
This is true.
Even Hollywood girls versus Valley girls, I could tell a difference with you. Just it's like the Valley girls are so much.
I don't even know what is a Hollywood.
Explain.
Are we talking transplant girl?
No.
Oh my God! Just coming here, the model, the actor, the nose in the air, the wannabe influencer. It's like, I don't think that's what a Hollywood girl is, right? The girls in the Valley, they're like normal girls. So some of them still want to be actors and models, but they're just a little bit more normal. Mm-hmm. And it just like, it's a breath of fresh air.
Oh, thank you. I mean, we try, you know, I feel like everybody's just, I mean, you're a product of your environment also. So that just kind of happens. But yeah, Valley, living in the Valley, love it. You know, born and raised, will I ever move? Maybe. But so far, it's just, people will be people. At the end of the day.
You can actually go to a grocery store in the Valley and have parking and not have to validate, and it's easy to go into a parking lot.
It's crazy to think about.
Yeah, that's the best thing about the Valley, and like more towards, you know, the 5 North. Like, you don't have to worry about the parking, getting a ticket. I've gotten so many tickets just by working in Hollywood.
Oh yeah,
like it's bad. It's bad. It is so bad. Or even like, I got caught for an illegal U-turn. I'm like, oh my God, great. This would never happen in the San Fernando Valley. Like, getting an illegal U-turn, okay, the cop's like, okay, go. Mm-hmm. You know? Like,
go ahead.
Yeah. So it's different over here. But
what's next for you in the next 5 years?
Wow, that's a wonderful question. I definitely want to keep elevating my business. I don't want to just be an in-person trainer. I also don't always share my goals and my dreams so far ahead, just because I feel like those kinds of things I love to keep safe.
I feel that.
Yeah. I love to keep my things, my dreams, my hopes, and everything protected. And I hate speaking before it actually happened. So just to cut it like super short, I definitely want to keep building and growing my brand. I just think I want to keep building myself. It's been a very, very rewarding, challenging year this past year.
And good things come from challenging things if you can see it through.
Right. So
Put the work in.
Yeah, just building my brand, elevating myself, and becoming more successful.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Where can they find you at?
You could find me at _ fit with key.
The double underscore.
I know, fit with key __. I know, just typically fit with key on my Instagram. And also my other socials are same _ fit with key.
There we go. Yeah. It's been great having you on.
Hey, well, thank you for having me.
No,
it was a pleasure.
We'll have to have you back on, of course.
I'm excited.
And let's keep this going.
Yay.
Guys, thank you for being a part of the Frame Shift podcast. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you next week.